And we're gonna restart. We're gonna restart our. What's up, Gaming 22? Welcome back, brother. We're gonna restart this stream. No, we'll keep it going. See how it goes. I'm kind of curious to see how far if it like recovers or not. Let's see. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Hey, Gaming 22. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. You got any questions for me today? And welcome back in. Oh. I think we got a bit of a goal today for like donations and super chats, whatever they're called. I want to get to 18 and then I'll get paid on YouTube this month. There we go. We're getting back into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If you got questions to ask over on the phone stream, ask away. Talk about all kinds of things. Who are we talking to again? I'm gonna figure that out.
What happened at Nebuchadnezzar after the Praggers took the fortress?
You're asking me?
No, of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you
Hell
heard
yeah,
something.
Gaming. Thanks for subbing, man.
You know what goes on, right? I only remember that diabolical shot. Nothing after that.
That must have been really terrible. I heard the shot
The
all the way
diabolical
from Trespowitz.
shot.
I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, Von Aulitz's men hung everyone they found there. I'm sorry, but most of ours got left behind there.
There was this healer called Clara there.
A girl of yours?
No, I don't know her well. But she was very kind to me. I suppose now I'll never see her again.
Poor girl. May God forgive her sins and grant her eternal rest. You have to live every day like it's going to be your last. That's all you can do in our trade.
Damn right.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zhishka said the shot killed him.
Oh, I liked Michael.
Did you know him?
He got hit in the
He was
cat
a good
and
man.
shot.
He saved my life once.
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not now, thanks. Some other time, maybe.
I actually don't know who I'm going to romance this playthrough. Last time I didn't romance anyone. It pissed everyone off at the ending.
Do you think Mikash survived?
What, him? What do you care about a ne'er-do-well like him?
No, whatever he's like. I had some adventures with him.
So did I. And he's the last person I'd shed tears for.
Thank you. That's all.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right. Thanks.
What was my objective again? We want to find Zhishka. I don't have any questions today except, oh, you want me to do more of your fucking homework? What's 4x times, or 4x minus 10 equals 3x plus 5. Now that's a more complicated one that I have to work out. And I haven't done that kind of math in a long time. I honestly don't remember the basics of it. I'm sure if I spent time relearning it, I would be just fine again. Gaming 22 comes in the chat just to get help with homework. Alright, we're gonna save right here because we're gonna try to reforge my father's sword. Need some Toledo steel, I see.
Good day, sir.
Well, blacksmith, how's it going?
Worse and worse, friend. Since
I'm
Sigismund came this way,
I am a
I've had so much
sweat
work I hardly
in math,
sleep.
not gonna lie.
You know, everyone
sweat
suddenly
for
realized
math?
that the blunt, rusty weapons they have at home aren't worth shit.
I'll have a look at the wares.
How much money does my character have? I have 4,000. Okay. I think I want to sell. I'll go buy. Trader is 51. We're gonna need some of that Toledo steel then, and this stuff. I still have materials.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
We will learn the new books. Skull Crusher. You can study it. We'll study the Skull Crusher. Better at reading and better at crushing skulls. A little bit of poetry. Looking at all the books in this game will be good. Improve your stats. Or I'm going to answer it real quick. Okay, go on. Alright, we have all that caught up on. We gotta go find Zishka. If I remember if he was up in the castle.
And this spell, it's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
Ah, this. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Yeah, not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Do you know where they should look for the Dry Devil?
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
All right, but he sent for us both. How's it gonna look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
Franziska. Franziska. I feel like wherever I'm staying, I should have a storage box, because I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of materials for upgrading weapons stored away. I absolutely adore and love this game. I love medieval history, lore, aesthetic. We do have to leave. Maybe we'll make a couple swords. Oh yeah, I forgot I got that new crossbow. Gaming 22. The answer is 15, by the way. Hell yeah! I'm glad you got it. What is this? So I got a message. It took more time for me to find a pen. Dude, like the thing about math, man, is you've got to be practiced at it to keep it. I used to be very practiced at math, especially through high school and like in my early 20s, but just haven't practiced it. It's one of those things. If you don't use it, you lose it. Save again. To the forge. Math is fun. I don't know why, even though I'm not going to college. Honestly, college is not the most important thing these days. What's really important is like learning a trade or whatever skill that you find interest in is good, because you can market a lot of things these days. But college, overpriced, puts you in debt for life. You hardly learn shit. And all the main like classes have such high competition in the field that they're not really hiring people in fields anymore. But if you go into a trade though, you can make shitloads of money, retire early, and have more fun in life without owning a shit ton of money. Honestly, learn how to operate like heavy machinery, and you'll have the funnest job ever, and you'll get to just relax all day while operating fun things.
a bit more, and I'll be done.
Have you played Kingdom Come Deliverance? I've absolutely loved this game, gamer. Gaming 22.
Finally.
One hit left. It was the last hit I needed. Yeah, I'm going to do a trade and work with my uncle. Hell yeah, man. And those skills are also very useful skills to have in your personal life, too. Having trade skills. Being able to fix your own shit and other things. Or, like, dig your own holes properly and whatever it is when it comes to a trade, you know? Usually there's something you take home with it. That came out as a quality 3 and not masterful. I want to make sure the sword's perfect and not like just. I'll make sure I actually have the perk first. Maybe I forced it too slowly. You have to be faster about it. I'll try to be more careful of it, but we'll go.
Burning.
I may have already fucked it up.
Halfway there. That looks like it's almost done. Damn it. I have to be careful not to ruin it.
I think I got a lower quality this one because I was trying to rush it. Apparently I'm starting working with my uncle at 16. I'll be able to retire at 30. Yeah. And starting in a trade, you'll get a lot more money to have for your own enjoyment and stuff like that. And for like if you have build a family or whatever you want to do with it, you know. A lot more stability in life. Not like debt that's just gonna like accumulate for the rest of your life. I made it quality again. This time I made a lot more mistakes. I didn't make any mistakes last time. We might try again later. I might need to put more points into smithing. I'm gonna go grab some food really quick. I play mostly Skyrim, and the thing I mostly play is Bethesda games. I've noticed, but this is fun. I really want to play it in VR at some point.
fucking shavings.
I got my foods. Got my chow down. All right, let's continue on the story.
Take that, you shit!
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
An unexpected guest?
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before, and of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Bergov refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, That must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Rattay.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite
The new hair
heartening
update
that
is fucking
some people
sick.
still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, although it wasn't me who told him, von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinek,
It's like
also
watching a
known as
movie.
the
I love
Dried
this
Devil,
game.
isn't here.
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art, The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa.
Jiska about to slay
Enter.
a man. Look up the history of Jiska. It's
Already
actually,
to
his
leave
whole
now,
life's
sir?
history is really crazy.
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
Consequences. Grave consequences.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's
What's
going on
happened to
in this godforsaken
Liechtenstein?
country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Why is my Pebbles without its tack? I'm pretty sure Pebbles had all of his tack last I rode.
Stay close. The devil...
It's better.
Doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this. Unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
Oh, so all the taverns and dens in the region?
Z-I-Z-K-A.
If it comes to that.
Jan Ziska. Z-I-Z-K.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. Of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Sinnix not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time. Find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I hope so. And when he's free, then we can step on Sigismund's toes. I'm sure Lord Capon will be happy to help.
In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity. So, what do you say? Shall we speed up?
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
This game is very beautiful. Be right back.
Shouldn't we speed up? We won't get there before dark like this.
What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery?
I changed my mind. We really should pick up the pace.
Yeah, we still had a long, long run to go. The game is very pretty, though.
We're here. I hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might happen.
I warned you you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a groschen for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going. If you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
I'll get you.
Had it.
Ha! Well,
Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shiska. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, This is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the Devil's Den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee. And that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubienka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, we botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Ada and I tried to help him, but we just couldn't.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have been captured.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So,
a month?
Maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the axe. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard, but not even he deserves that.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get him there. We can't pull off something like that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're gonna move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe.
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that bets for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great. At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
Alright, Kubianka.
Alright, excuse me.
Ugh.
I should stay with Kubianka.
Does not wait. I'm missing out in the dialogue because I got all turned around back there. Kubianka, don't you want to tell me story as we ride to where we are to go? Go right without my helmet for a bit. It's always nice to have the cool main character look. Save it for big war moments. By the way, I practice HEMA in IRL. I fucking love sword fighting. This game makes me want to fight more. Kubianka, Kubianka, Kubianka. I am live. Yeah, ask a question. I was just gonna pee here.
I just better not piss on my boots. Or trip over.
Put your wiener away, brother.
Almost done. Not done yet. Finally.
God damn it, Kubianka.
The camp is near. There's a path above the stream leading to it. There were also some pretty rocks nearby. Ada used to wade through that stream every time he went to visit some lass. Or when he was returning. He can smell the wench from miles away. But he can't take 3 steps in the woods without getting lost.
You can smell a wench a mile away.
Nothing you can do about it. I mean,
nothing we can do
if
about it,
Anna
huh?
could find the camp, you'll have no problem finding it yourself.
Well.
The hand cannons. They're buried somewhere near the camp. Just a few steps. That much I remember. Maybe by the stream. Or right in it? No, that's not it. Oh, we were drunk. But we're not that stupid. Although, maybe Janos and Edda are. One time, they decided to rob some merchant because we were running out of food and drink. They found one and decided to follow him until he arrived at a suitable place. They followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So throwing guns in the water actually sounds like them. Let's start here, Henry.
I'm gonna ask you Baker some questions now. What now?
What are we gonna do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
Oh, this mess?
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders, by the uprooted tree. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea. A hazy memory. A hunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So? Where are they?
One of those places. Let's look at all of them. They are here somewhere.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janos' tent.
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves.
Hey,
He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
how's it going?
Come on, then.
Sean.
We don't have much time.
Quirk. How do I feel about Charlie Kirk being murdered? I think it's a sad thing. I think people have become too extreme and they've gone out of their way to do insanely things, which is just going to spark the fires even harder because there's a culture of back and forth revenge lately. So it's pretty bad. How old am I? I'm 31. Nathan Quit. How you doing? Welcome in, brother. We're also streaming on my main channel as well, playing some video games, playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But yeah, the whole Charlie Kirk situation is horrible, and I'm in a way I'm not surprised how many people are coming together on behalf of it, because like I never really I didn't subscribe to the guy, but I've watched at least 12 of his videos or more, you know. And I can't say I agree with everything he said, but he definitely doesn't deserve that kind of treatment. Nobody does. He wasn't like a bad guy in my books. Start digging. Peace. Hey, did we find anything?
We were as drunk as sailors when we buried them. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Odil, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
So, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
Flip the camera there a little bit better. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. We're live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. On the main channel, playing some video games. And then we have a live stream here where I just see new people come in, and we'll shoot the shit for a bit.
Just tell me you didn't throw those
Are you
hand
this evening,
cannons
right?
in the water.
And what are you playing? I'm playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'll show you guys.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but
We're
there
live
is
streaming
something better.
For the rest of the other audiences too.
Be a lovely lad and fetch
It's a medieval game that takes place in Bohemia, and it's a history-focused video game.
We're moving. No stalling.
You have as much fun as watching grass grow.
Why did I start playing this game? I played the first one and I really enjoyed it a lot. And it was also, first off, go back a little farther. I practice sport called HEMA, and I also fight with the SCA, which is medieval sparring, all different kinds of weapons, full contact. I have I don't know if you can see it on this side. I have my swords hanging up right there in the corner, and I fight in steel. And it's a fun sport. It's it gets all my aggression out nicely. Can I have mod, please? No. you gotta become a part of this community to get mod and earn it. May I have something kind of on the political side? Yeah, go ahead, Samuel. I know my moral compass, and I know what I believe in, and I know, I feel like I'm very grounded in my beliefs and where I follow politically. So I feel like I'm pretty good at answering those kind of things.
I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
Ugh. What stench?
Why? Did it not smell much better when he was alive?
What is my thoughts on Charlie Kirk? Someone already asked that. Nobody deserves to be assassinated like that. And I believe that our country's super divisive right now, and people are at each other's throats, and this is only going to spark more violence, which I'm not okay with. I'm very independent in my voting, and I think if people can't handle someone's opinions and they can't do the let live thing, that's pretty bad, you know? Go ahead and tell me your guys' thoughts on it too in chat. You know, I'm able to have a reasonable chat about these kind of things without losing my shit, because there's no I don't feel a reason to get angry over these kind of topics. I agree so much. I know that I might be just a teen, but it's true. Yeah, it's just, and I can go back and think about like the line of events that led to things. Like, I'm not for Trump either, but I feel, especially now with the Epstein stuff, it's like, before I care about what any politician's doing in our country, the Epstein file needs to be figured out. The entire investigation needs to be finished and concluded, and the bad people involved in child sex trafficking need to get their justice and find prison time or whatever happens, you know, before I can start really trusting in politicians again and Hollywood actors and stuff like that. Because my like, I guess or prediction is that there's a lot of people in the Epstein files right now that are in really dirty, and as soon as that comes falling apart, and if it does, and I hope it does, it's just gonna lead to more of the acceleration of our country right now. And it's like, I don't know who I can trust exactly because of that list. Do you see the current events happening in the movie Civil War that came out in the start of 25? Do you see the comparison? I don't think we're gonna have a civil war in the way the movie describes it. I don't think we might not even have a traditional civil war, as it were. I think a lot of people are gonna do some stupid shit. They're gonna find themselves in prison. They're gonna find themselves in worse situations, and we have the biggest military in the world. So I think there'll be some moments of like martial law and stuff. But I don't know if I can predict a full-blown civil war yet. I don't know about that. Yeah, and what really, because I didn't like Trump at the begin with, right? But when he promised to release the Epstein files, I'm like, okay, that's good. It's a good thing he's doing. I'm like, I'm all for that. And then he backtracked and being like, no, why are we still talking about this? We're not gonna release this. It's like, I've known enough liars in my life to be like, there's something fishy going on. Are you involved in this, bud? Type thing, you know? And like, I was just like, you know, at this point I was like, you know, Trump's not that great, so we'll get a new president in 4 more years, whatever. But now this whole Epstein file stuff, it's just like, this needs to be figured out. This needs to be figured out as soon as possible, because as soon as the next time voting comes around, I want to know that that's been concluded, and the people the people involved in the trafficking are actually, you know, getting, you know, sentenced properly. So next election sounds kind of like a hard thing to want to vote in if like anyone running for like presidency are on those lists or have been known to be close friends to Epstein. I'm like, I don't want anybody in government, anyone in Hollywood, anyone in power, like in our political system whatsoever, because it's bad. I'm currently in DC and people are afraid to even go to the store. He's doing a lot. And you know, he is doing a lot, but it's like, for me, it's like, yeah, he could do the things that I want to get accomplished, but he's already pushed some things too far, in my opinion. At the same time, he's the kind of person who stokes more division than unity. You know, like with Charlie Kirk's death, it's definitely a time to call for unity and not, you know, name blaming. Because there's a lot of people out there who fan the flames. They're obvious. We know who those are. We know who does that because they make themselves loud. But I'd rather have another president solving these issues besides Trump. Somebody who's more moral. I prefer a more moral person doing what Trump's doing because I feel like I'm an independent, so like I believe, you know, a country should have its borders and stuff. I think people should come through the like right ports of entry. I also think a lot of our systems need to be revamped to be cleaner, more forward, more focused. I think, in the words for like a video gamer, we need to up our meta on the systems and tighten, you know, deal with some of the bureaucracy, figure out how to make things run smoother. Is essentially what I'm getting at. Grease the engine. Because right now we have like all these infrastructure issues that are problems that makes our country run like shit because of like shitty web pages, like old documents, all these extra things that you don't need to do that like muck up the system. Like it's a wide level of issues, you know. But I didn't like Biden either. I didn't like Trump. I didn't like Kamala. The last president or last person running for president that I was actually interested in seeing run was Andrew Yang, because he's a smart guy. He's also a businessman, but he's also like understands systems really well. So he could have been somebody who's really good for our infrastructure, because I also believe that we should focus more on our country. I think we should focus more on our education systems. I think we should fund more money into our education system so we have less useful idiots. But the thing is, both people on both sides of the platforms love useful idiots. Because I also don't like a two-party system either. I think it's dumb. I also think I'm gonna hit a bunch of things that I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's been on my mind. I also think we should have like a time limit in Senate too. You can only serve so many years, like in important roles in the government, that we keep getting fresh people in. And I think there should be advisor roles for the younger people to come in, to have like people who've experienced the world be able to advise them as well. But I think we definitely should have term limits on more things than just the presidency itself, because I feel like our country, especially with how fast as a species we are developing technologically, like our systems are not fast enough to keep up with the advancements of technology, the advancements of everything, you know? So I definitely have a lot more different beliefs when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's resume the game.
I know where the hand cannons are.
But yeah, feel free to ask more questions. I'm open to it, and if you ask me to explain things, I feel like if I start digging deeper into these things, I can explain them better. But these topics are topics I think about all the time, and I have I feel pretty grounded opinions that I've thought about for a fairly long time. He has taking the money for special ed services. My son, the special ed has kicked yet, but what happens now?
This really must be it.
Honestly, I know Trump's been moving money around a lot of places. Like he said he was going to support the veterans and never actually put money towards it, and actually over time taking more money away from veterans.
See? I told you.
And another thing too is like like I don't care about like overseas wars. I think it's important to have a strong military presence, but we don't need to be involved in like tons of other countries. I think, you know, once we can like really focus on our own infrastructure, our own education, putting money into schools so kids have more opportunities, you know, like another thing that should be taught more of is like how our system as a country works to younger people, so that they don't go into it blind, falling into pitfalls or not understanding it, or not even engaging with it because it's too hard to understand for them. So teaching people about how to do taxes and how to do all these basic things that you have to do as an adult in our country is really important to teach as well. I know our country has needed a lot of reworking. The issue is when you have somebody extreme like Trump reworking the country, it's going to lead to the other side reworking the country again, who are just as extreme. So it's just going to be a pendulum swinging back and forth. That's not going to make as much progress, because it's like in a sense, it's like the other side's always trying to bite the balls off the other side every time they get an opportunity to.
I knew exactly where to find them.
That's why I don't really subscribe
God,
to
why are you
Republicans or
punishing me?
Democrats.
Oh, don't cry. We have more important things to do.
Will you take the cannons?
Nah, I won't be lugging them around.
Right. Are we going to see Zizka?
Let's go. Or do you want to go alone?
I'd rather go with you. Just in case.
We're also live on Twitch,
We've
Kick, and
wasted
YouTube.
enough time as it is.
We're also streaming on my desktop to some video games as well. But this little side stream here is to keep the conversation going, because my channel is smaller and I don't always have chat going on other things, so I always try to... The topic caught you off guard. Yeah, I have on my Gaming 22 on the... You know that I run more than one stream going, and people are asking me questions, so I was answering them. And I can kind of go off on a tangent sometimes, because there's a lot of things that have been on my mind coming to... especially when it comes to like politics in the United States and so on. But everyone has their opinion. They're welcome to it. I'm in the lane of like, let live if you can. As long as you're not like hurting other people, you should be just fine. But one of the issues I have is like, when you get to the point where you want to cause violence to others because you can't have a conversation is when I have an issue, you know? Another thing I want to call out right now too is, it's been on my mind. So cancel culture. One side started it, and another side's using it now. And I was saying this years ago, that when people open up the can of worms of getting people fired from their jobs for their opinions and things they say on the internet, I was never okay with in the beginning when the left was doing it, and that the right's doing it more because they are, you know, in a way kind of rightfully angry about things going on, but still... It's like you definitely should report people who are like actively calling
messing up the words.
Like calling to action for violence. If you're making a call to action for violence, or you're threatening to do violence, then of course you should probably lose your job. You should probably, you know, be investigated and stuff like that. But if you just have an opinion where you're just like, I feel this way about this situation, like cancel culture has definitely gone so goddamn out of control. And it goes both ways. It's one of those things where if one person uses it, the other people are going to use it against you, type thing. You know.
No time to wander around.
It definitely only gets
We've got
worse.
work to do.
Almost lost this guy up here. But that's kind of what's been on my mind for this kind of things. But I also have a YouTube channel called Sinnix, which is more focused on politics. Honestly, I should start streaming there more too, through my phone, and just talk about things as time goes on and so on. Because I think it's important to have conversations about topics, because that's how you know, change for the better. Sometimes for the worse, but mostly you can change for the better over time as... Oh, we're about to get into a good scene here. We're going to hold on this topic and go focus on the game here. There's Zizka. Good old Jan Zizka. Feel free to line up some more questions. I'll answer here.
We have the hand cannons.
Right now.
How did it go? Any trouble?
It was purgatory.
The next time you want to send me looking for something with Kubienka, just kill me. You'll save me a lot of suffering.
Did we find those cannon? We did. So stop whining.
When you spend more time with Kubienka, you'll realize he's not doing it on purpose. He's just a prick.
He's just a prick.
Hey!
What's the plan?
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack.
Why are the wagons standing there? I was hoping we would block the road with a tree or something.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs. We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway.
Oi, fuck, but...
But what?
I would put it a little further back. so they will not see it until they are right next to it.
Ah, look who's thinking. And what then?
Then we rise with the hand cannons and blast the bastards to smithereens.
Good old
From
hand
above.
cannons.
What a load of rubbish.
What rubbish? It is like a battlement, but on a wagon. You get it, right? Haha.
Shut up. We'll do it my way.
Make up your minds. It's hard to say how much time we have.
So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stand on the other side.
Where will I go?
You'll stay here with me.
And then what?
We'll wait for them
So
to...
I'll explain the game really quick one more time before the scene goes on. So if you go check out my channel, you can see, if you want to jump into the chat of the video games, you can see what's going on. I'm live both on my phone for this channel and on my desktop. But it's a historical piece that takes place, I think it's between the 1400s and 1500s. So gunpowder is just coming around. Hand cannons are being made. It's a historical piece that takes place in Bohemia. So the game's overarching story happened in real life, but the interactions between the characters, you have to figure out what happened because we weren't there. So they kind of tell a story through Bohemia during the crisis where King Wenceslas and his brother were at odds for the crown and the throne. So this is like the second game in that series about like where things are headed towards in Bohemia at the time, and this is from the perspective of a character named Henry, who was a young peasant boy who had he was a bastard, and his father is actually a lord. So that's kind of what's going on here. Fucking love Dry. Dry Devil's a great character.
Are we there yet?
He's properly scary too.
No, how many fucking times have I told you? Are you deaf? Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
You hold me up in irons. You can't even show me a grain of human decency.
I absolutely love this scene. It's such a good scene.
Paul.
What the fuck?
Damn. There's more of them than I was expecting.
We can't back out now. Let's blast at them and seize the advantage.
Oi! You two! Get that wreck off the road.
Not to worry, Honorable Sir. We're working on it. To the task!
It's both. There's hand cannons and there's sword fighting. Right now, this scene, ambushes happened and they missed all their shots because the guns were accurate in that time period.
Fucking hell! My leg, damn it!
Poor Dry Devil got hit with a crossbow bolt in the leg.
Yeah, that was just a warning shot. Surrender, or the next one will go straight through your guts.
That's what we're talking about right there.
So next time, will you hit the mark?
I'd rather settle it without bloodshed.
That's easy. Surrender, and none of you will be harmed. Until you hang alongside the devil, that is.
The only one surrendering will be you.
Oh, really? Rupert, bring that bastard to me. And you, arrest the others.
I'm thinking we had a nice long stream today. I'm thinking about ending it here soon. I am getting a little tired.
Are you gonna shoot at this?
Sorry, 1 second. There we go.
Shut up! Or I'll put a hole in you so big, you'll be able to see Kuttenberg through it.
That one hit the mark.
Oh yeah, sneak on me.
Show what you're made of. He's had it.
no chance. Can't do that, can you? Come!
That bastard!
It's like pressing a half-dead dog.
You'll be sorry, fucker!
Bleeding like a stuck pig. Pass him up! What's wrong? You got like red?
We rescue the dry devil, but I'm bleeding now, so we gotta heal others. Got hit from behind.
All right, we're done here. We've got to get the devil out of here somehow. So put the wheel back on and get the horse. If you're bleeding, patch yourself up quickly. We need to get out of here soon. If you're not bleeding, clear the bodies off the road. Hide them somewhere, but be quick about it, all right? Come here, Henry. You don't have all day.
I guess he wants me to fast forward. I feel like there was more to this scene. I'm from California originally, but I, in the United States, moved to America. Sorry, from the United States, I moved to Oregon. In the United States. Fucking, you can see how tired I am.
We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better. Welcome back, Sinnix.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although, I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
Oh, the game will be here tomorrow, but we got to get to a good wrapping up point.
It was an accident.
And then we're going to wrap this
Why
stream up
couldn't
too,
hit
and
you
I
that
appreciate you
well,
guys coming in to
even if I
watch.
wanted
Thank you
to.
for hanging out, and we'll do
That would be a shame.
we'll do
We'd
another
be hard
stream
pressed
tomorrow.
to find another horse unlike
I'm going to
him.
get some rest. I had a long day of work.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
Take care, everyone.
How are we doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town. And has such a bad reputation that decent people are... As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need. And people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den. And I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people?
My people? Kubianka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
That's too bad. Oh, they fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first, you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
All right, I'll go alone. What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubianka? Why didn't...
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Or will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
I reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bohuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Fuck. Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Roniek. But who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there is no one else left.
And where should we look for them? I don't even know where to start.
This part of the game, the dialogue is so
I
thick.
could help you with some of them.
Liechtenstein can wait. I better look for the rest of your devil's pack.
Great. But be careful. I didn't recruit them for their pretty eyes. They're probably not going to be very friendly after what happened, so be nice to them.
I'll bear that in mind.
All right, go ahead. But don't forget, Catherine's waiting for you in Kuttenberg.
Alright, saved, save and quit. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.